13 years ago, we always do Father's Day. We go to the zoo. And I love to see all the expansion and growth. But one of the things that I'm curious about, I've noticed it seems like the aspect of conservation and raising awareness for these animals, because I think I feel like in the old days maybe the zoo was a place where you had to watch these poor animals in captivity and all that stuff. What is that like for you as a person who wants to be a steward of these wild animals and all that?
Yeah, zoos and aquariums have changed over the past 50 years from being primarily a place where you see animals behind bars and then on a Sunday and then you go home. Mm-hmm. We still want to make sure that we maintain that wow factor of people being able to see the animals, because that's really the hook to conservation. People mm-hmm. fall in love with the animals, like Stephen with the snakes. Mm-hmm. You all done, Stephen?
That's good,
But
he likes me. He's
he
licking
does.
my hair.
He doesn't want to leave you.
Would you? You talk about giving off some heat.
Right. He was ready to get off my hand, I think, but he was...
So going back to the conservation thing, we've really put a lot of energy into that over the past decade, and we're really proud of all the programs that we do, and about $300,000 goes towards programs both locally, nationally, and internationally, trying to help these concerted efforts, and that's anything from rhinos to elephants to orangutans to toads in Wyoming to penguins in Peru. Mm-hmm. We really try to spread it out.
One thing that I just noticed, Minh was looking right at me.
Right.
And you got the cool green emerald color of Minh is amazing, but he's got these black streaks that go from his nose straight past his eyes that are really, really striking.
That means he doesn't trust you. Specifically.
It's really cool.
So you mentioned the outreach program, so tell me a little bit about like some of the things that Minh does away from the zoo.
Well, we do certain projects. We have several different programs that schools or libraries or other entities, community centers, can call the zoo up and order one of these programs, and they're based on the area that they're from or what they eat. So about 5 different programs that we have available. And so that determines what animals will go on those trips. And we have a place at the zoo called the Zoo Learning Den where all of our outreach animals hang out, and that includes several species of snakes and tortoises and birds, several species of birds, amphibians. And so based on the program, these guys go out to match that program. And our fabulous education staff takes them out and does the whole program for a classroom or an auditorium setting or, like I said, a community center. It just depends on the needs of the people who are calling in.
One of the coolest things that I had a chance to do when I was working at the zoo is for the nocturnal safaris. We'd get up early the next morning and then go have breakfast with the chimps, and we'd have cereal and fruit, and we'd watch them as they had breakfast and they'd interact. And we saw some pretty crazy things. But just like being around the zoo, like at night and early in the morning before anyone else was around there, and just to see the animals and different times and different behaviors. And
some pretty strange sounds too. That
yes,
I'm sure you remember.
Well, in the middle of the night, it wasn't always conducive to sleeping well in a one-man tent, but I found a way. So let's talk a little bit more about the zoo itself. Open daily, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Get the best price on admission by buying online at least 3 days ahead of time, and you can enjoy a full year of fun with a membership to the Kansas City Zoo. And the membership includes unlimited admission for a year, discounts on concessions and retail, discounts on select events, and it helps support the zoo's conservation fund. You could purchase or renew your membership today and get excited for the new aquarium coming up this fall. And so just tell me about, let's go there. The aquarium, one of my daughters is so excited, and she's asked me a million times, are we going to go when it's open? And the answer is yes. And so tell me about the new ocean aquarium that will be opening on September 1st, just in time for Labor Day weekend.
We're pretty excited about it, Stephen. We think it's a huge game changer, not only for the zoo and the members that come to the zoo, but also for the people of Kansas City and the people in the region. We think it'll be a big attractant for people that are coming by through Kansas City, maybe come to a Royals game, but hey, let's stay another day and go to the zoo,
right,
which brings more money for the other folks that are in Kansas City, whether it be a hotel or a restaurant or a bar. So we think it's going to be huge. It's going to add at least a couple 100,000 people as our guests to the zoo every year. We've got 34 exhibits, 650,000 gallons of water in here.
Wow.
We just reached substantial completion yesterday. We signed off on it. That doesn't mean it's completely done yet, but we have a couple months to go before we're open. And it's just really tidying up now and getting the animals into the exhibit. We've got 6 of the habitats that have animals in them now already, and we're continuing to bring them in and get them used to their new homes over the next couple months.
So that's coming up on September 1st, but some events that are coming up before then. This is something, Nate, that you could take Kelly to, the Friday Flamingo. Would you like that?
Ooh.
That's Friday, July 14th from 5 until 9. It's a 21 and over event that lets you experience the zoo and its animal residents while enjoying music, free carousel and train rides and yard games. And you'll have access to cash bars, food trucks, zoo trivia games, and more. And this month's theme is Christmas in July. You can show off your competitive spirit in reindeer games and wear your favorite holiday attire. And it says here, you hope that we're not on the naughty list. Well, that takes Nate off of it, but that's fine. You can still come out there. And so tell us about the Friday Flamingo. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, so this is new, but not new. We used to do Hump Day happy hours on Wednesdays. So it's basically the same thing as the Hump Day happy hours. We just thought we'd move it to Friday to allow more people the opportunity to come and enjoy them. And we've had a couple of them now, and both of them have been very successful. So if you're looking for something to do, it's a really cool date night type of thing. The top half of the zoo is open for you to enjoy, and just a great safe environment to go out and hang out and enjoy with your date or a group of friends. It'll be fun.
So with the name of it, Flamingo, does it involve the flamingos at all? Is that part of it, or is that just kind of a play on words?
We do have the flamingos that are out, but it's not the main thing.
It's my sister's favorite animal, so I thought I'd bring that up to her, see if she wants to go do this. That would be kind of fun.
Something else you got coming up on August 26th, a wine walk. That's something that my wife does every Saturday night at our house.
Not quite in a straight
Go
line.
out to the zoo and be a lot more fun. August 26th from 6 until 9:30. So tell me about the wine walk. That looks like a lot of fun. And you can go out there and once again have some fun in the evening at the zoo.
Yeah, we started that up in 2019. It was very successful, and then the pandemic hit. So we went a couple years without it, brought it back last year, and again, it's one of those events where a lot of people like it. It's very similar to our beer opportunity in October that we have at the zoo, where you can go around and taste different wines. And it goes back to conservation. So the proceeds that we make from that, a lot of it goes back to support the animals in their native habitats.
Wow, this is awesome. And I tell you, just from a personal standpoint, and living in the city, Kansas City for my whole life, like I mentioned, I worked at the zoo one summer. One summer I worked for the RBI program through Parks and Rec, and my fields were out at Swole Park, and helping take care of those fields and helping run the baseball games at night, and then just having Starlight right there, right next to the zoo. It's just an incredible place that we're blessed to have in our community, in our city, and I just can't tell you how much I love the zoo and how much my kids love the zoo. Just overall, it sounds like there's so many great things and exciting things happening with the coming up with the aquarium, and the zoo is getting bigger and better every year. And so maybe again, tell people if they want to become a member, why they should become a member, how they can do that, because not only can you get access to all these great benefits, but you could be a part of that in helping the zoo and all these great things that you guys are doing.
Yeah, and our membership continues to grow every year. I think we get a lot of people who come to the zoo who haven't been there for 10 years, and they bring their grandkids in, and they say, well, I haven't been here for 10 years. It's amazing how much has changed. So if you're one of those people, stop back in, bring your kids, bring your grandkids, because there is a lot of advantages that you can grab by being a member. We've got 29,000 members as of last year, and that number is just going to continue to grow. And I do totally feel that we add new things every year and make it a bigger and better place and make it that much more bang for your buck. So come on in. The aquarium is a part of that. The aquarium's not a separate charge. It's part of your entry fee or your membership. And if you get a membership today, it's for the next year. That's something that we've changed in the last couple of years, where it goes from the date that you get it to that same date the following year. So you can literally use it for an entire year.
I would say my sister did that for my two nephews when they were younger. As a parent, these days, especially, I feel like in the summertime, I'm looking for opportunities to get my children out of the house and off their video games in a way that will actually keep them entertained and interested in something. And
Then be an example for them to hold the snake again.
And that's what
show them the beauty of it.
Did you get a picture of me holding the snake? Okay, good, because I needed a picture,
Right.
proof that I had the guts to do it. But my nephews loved it. And the thing is, if you have a membership, because the zoo is getting bigger, but it's big. It's a big geographical footprint. And so usually when my family and I go, like, we want to pick one area of the zoo. Let's go to Africa today and let's spend the day there. Or, let's you go to different parts of the zoo. And if you have the membership, then you can go as often as you want and just go. You don't feel like you're in the rush to try to see every single animal while you're there. It's a great, if you're looking for something that's educational, get your kids outside, gets them to actually learn and grow, but be interested at the same time, not like they're being forced to go sit through a class. The zoo membership is a great way to go in the summertime.
It's awesome. Hey, Sean Putney, the Kansas City Zoo Executive Director and CEO, thank you so much for the time. Let's get a round of applause for Minh, the Vietnamese Long-nose
Make him
Snake.
nervous if I clap in the studio.
Minh put up with Nate Bucati, and the intern, I'm not sure what he's doing back there, but Minh, thank you. And Sean, hopefully you're going to come back again and bring us some different guests and friends from the zoo, if you would.
I would love to, Stephen. So just let me know, and we'll be back.
All right. Hey, Sean, thank you so much for the time. Go out to the zoo. Have some fun.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this on Sports Radio 810 WHP.
This is the Border Patrol. Stephen St. John.
Today, I saw a man in town.